আসসালামু আলাইকুম অষ্টম শ্রেণীর প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, আশা করি তোমরা সবাই ভালো আছো। আজকে আমি তোমাদের গত ক্লাসে দেওয়া হোমওয়ার্কটির সলিউশন দেব। টেক্সটে একবার পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a lack of oxygen, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. Pull the mask towards you and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of emergency, please assume the bracing position. That is, lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord before you leave the aircraft. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. You will find this and all other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you to read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight. এমসিকিউর উত্তরগুলো বলছি। এ নাম্বার হবে 2 told, বি হবে 2 মেসেজ, সি হবে 4 spontaneously, ডি হবে 2 the crew, ই হবে 1 trace, এফ হবে 3 read, জি হবে 4 forbidden। উত্তরগুলো আমি আবার দেখাচ্ছি। Number 2. Which things are always monitored before takeoff? Answer: oxygen and the air pressure are always monitored before takeoff. Number B. What will you do first if you travel with a child or someone? If I travel with the child or someone, I will secure my own mask first in case of emergency and then assist the other person. C. What will you do in the event of an emergency? I will assume the bracing position in the event of an emergency. D. Where is the life vest kept? The life vest is kept in a pouch under passenger seat or between the armrests. উত্তরগুলো আরেকবার দেখো। Number 3 টেক্সটে পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। Once there were hardly any trees in the village. Karthik used to go to different houses for his job. At times he would get tired in the scorching sun, but there were no trees under which he could sit and rest for a while. Thinking how people suffer in the heat, Karthik began his tree planting mission. Karthik would wake up early in in the morning, take one or two laborers with him and set out to plant trees. He would walk long distance to plant trees, carrying with him some dry food and water. He would pay all the expenses from his own pocket. Kartik has planted trees beside the roads, in and around the bazaar, school and colleges, open fields and many other places. তাহলে এখানে এর উত্তর হবে স্কচিং, বির উত্তর হবে থিঙ্কিং, সি এর উত্তর হবে লেবারার্স, ডি এর উত্তর হবে এক্সপেন্সেস, ই এর উত্তর হবে অ্যারাউন্ড। পার্ট বি, আমাদের আনসিন টেক্সটে ছিল জয়নুল আবেদিনের উপর। টেক্সট একবার পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। The pioneer of Bangladeshi modern art, Jainul Abidin, was born in Kishoreganj on 29 December 1914. He was a great artist of Bangladesh. He is widely acclaimed for his Bengal family sketches. Though through the series of sketches, he showed the harsh famine of 1940 and its sinister face through the skeletal figures of the people destined to die from starvation. He depicted these extremely shocking pictures with human compassion. He produced a series of brush and ink drawings which later became iconic images of human sufferings. He was graduated from Government Art College and became first class first. He is also considered the founding father of art. For his outstanding talent in art, he is referred to as Shilpacharya. He founded Jainul Abidin Sangrahshala in Mymensingh. মেয়েরা আমাদের ইনফরমেশন গ্যাপের উত্তরগুলো বলছি। 1 নম্বর হবে 29 ডিসেম্বর 1914, 2 হবে ইন বেঙ্গল, 3 হবে জয়নুল আবেদিন, 4 হবে জয়নুল আবেদিন সংগ্রহশালা এবং 5 হবে শোয়িং দ্য হার্শ ফ্যামিন অফ 1940 হ্যাভ বিকাম। একবার দেখাচ্ছি। Number 5, true false. A. Jainul Abidin was born in Kishoreganj on 29 December 1912. উত্তরটি হবে false. Correct answer হবে Jainul Abidin was born in Kishoreganj on 29 December 1914. B. He was a great teacher of art. উত্তর হবে true. C. A harsh famine took place in Bengal in 1942. উত্তর হবে false. Correct answer হবে a harsh famine took place in Bengal in 1940. D. He founded Sangrahshala in Mymensingh. True. E হচ্ছে he was a metro student. এর উত্তরটি হবে true. আমি আবার দেখাচ্ছি। Number 6, টেক্সটটি পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। A newspaper is a storehouse of knowledge. By reading newspaper, we can enrich our knowledge. An educated man of modern age cannot go without a newspaper for a single day. The history of newspaper is old. The first newspaper was brought out in Venice. The Indian Gazette was the first newspaper in our subcontinent. The Samachar Darpan was the first Bangla newspaper. There were various kinds of newspapers like the dailies, the weeklies, the monthlies, the periodicals, and so on. There are weeklies for children and women and also quarterlies about sports. There are cinema newspapers too. তাহলে দেখতে পাচ্ছি মেয়েরা এখানে এর উত্তর হবে নিউজপেপার, বির উত্তর হবে রিডিং, সি হচ্ছে এডুকেটেড, ডি হচ্ছে সিঙ্গেল, ই হচ্ছে ওল্ড, এফ হচ্ছে ভেনিস, জি হচ্ছে ফার্স্ট, এইচ হচ্ছে ওয়াজ, আই হচ্ছে ভেরিয়াস এবং জে হচ্ছে স্পোর্টস। Number 7, Our country is replete with natural resources. Our development is dependent on the proper utilization of these resources. Time must not be passed in an improper way. Building up the country is our duty, so let us lead the country ahead in a body. তাহলে এখানে এর উত্তর হচ্ছে উইথ, বি এর উত্তর হচ্ছে ইজ, সি এর উত্তর হচ্ছে ইউটিলাইজেশন, ডি এর উত্তর হচ্ছে মাস্টন্ট বি অর্থাৎ মাস্ট নট, এবং ই হচ্ছে ইমপ্রপার, ই হচ্ছে ইমপ্রপার। নাম্বার 8 অ্যান্সার বলছি ম্যাচিং এর A+4 illiteracy is a curse for a developing country like ours. B+1 an illiterate person cannot contribute to the betterment of his country. C+2 it greatly hinders the prosperity of a nation. D+3 as a result the whole nation suffers. E+5 so we all should come forward to educate the general mass. So we all should come forward to educate the general mass. A+4, B+1, C+2, D+3 এবং E+5। এই হচ্ছে আমাদের গত ক্লাসের হোমওয়ার্কের সলিউশন। আজকে আমি নতুন একটি হোমওয়ার্ক দিচ্ছি। সিন পার্টের টেক্সটটি একবার পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। All this time the dove was listening to her friend's false praises. She was wondering how insincere his praises were. The dove hung her head down and was quiet. The owl got impatient. He wanted to hear more praises. He looked at the dove and asked, "Don't you have any good thing to say about me?" The bat joined the owl. "Yes, don't you have any words of praise for our kind host?" The dove was ashamed of her friend bat and kept her eyes down. The owl urged the dove, "Come on, say something." The dove lifted her head slowly and said, "Master Owl, thank you very much for the shelter you have given me. Thank you for the food you have offered me. I will remain ever grateful for this." "What?" cried the bat. "Is that all you have to say to our gracious host? Is he not the wisest, bravest, and most generous of all animals and birds? Have you no praise for his noble character as well as for his goodness to us? I am ashamed of you. You do not deserve such hospitality. You don't deserve this shelter. You are an ungrateful bird, and the bat is right. You do not deserve this generous hospitality which I have offered. Get out, be off, I say," said the owl. এটা ছিল তোমাদের টেক্সট, সিনট্যাক্সটি। তোমরা তোমাদের পাঠ্য বই থেকে টেক্সটটি দেখে নিবে এবং তারপর উত্তরগুলো লিখবে এমসিকিউ কোশ্চেন অ্যান্সারের। এমসিকিউগুলো দেখাচ্ছি। A. The word gracious means liberal, assistant, merciful, helpful. B. What does the word impatient mean? Ardent, still, bored, tolerant. C. The dove was very dash to the owl, kind, thankful, harsh, rude. D. The bat dashed the owl all the while, looked down upon, thanked, flattered, praised. E. Who is the host in this passage? The bat, the dove, the bat and the dove, the owl. F. The owl became impatient for he entertained the guest well. He liked flattery. He failed to be flattered by the dove. He liked both the bat and the dove. Number G. Why was the dove ashamed of her host's generous behavior, her friend's sincere admiration, her friend's flattery, her friend's vanity? আমি এমসিকিউগুলো আবার দেখাচ্ছি। Number 2. A. What was the dove listening to all the time? B. Describe the nature of the bat. C. You were an ungrateful bird. Who said this and why? D. What adjectives did the bat use to praise the owl extravagantly? Number 3. টেক্সটটি প্রশ্ন আছে in a plane oxygen and the air pressure are always being dash. In the event of a lack of oxygen, an oxygen mask will be dash appear in front of you. Pull the mask towards you and C dash it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the D dash band behind your head and E dash normally. Part B, unseen part, text portion achi. Tariq Masood was a renowned filmmaker, producer, scriptwriter and lyricist. His directed film Matir Moina was nominated for the Best Foreign Film Award in Oscar. This talented director was born on 6 December 1956 at Faridpur. In his childhood, first he studied in an Islamic madrasa for 8 years until the Liberation War in 1971. After the independence of Bangladesh, he shifted to general education and completed his HSc from Notre Dame College. He did his master's in history from the University of Dhaka. He completed his first film Adam Surah, a documentary on the famous Bangladeshi painter S.M. Sultan in 1989. He then made the documentary film Muktir Gan in 1995. 7 years later, he made the film Matir Moina that brought him fame and respect. This movie was based on the madrasa experience in childhood. It was nominated for Oscar. In 2006, Masood made Antojatra. 4 years later, he made his last film, Runway. Tariq Masood has won numerous prestigious awards in his career. After from being nominated for Oscar, he also won Best Director Award in International Film Festival 2006 for Antojatra. His films won the Best Film Award many times, like Matir Moina in Cannes Film Festival 2003, Bengali Film Journalist Association Awards 2003, Runway in Meril Pratham Alo Awards 2010, etc. This brilliant filmmaker was killed in a tragic road accident on 13 August 2011. টেক্সটে আমি আবার দেখাচ্ছি. ইনফরমেশন ট্রান্সফারের প্রশ্নটা দেখো. বক্সে দেখা আছে যে নাম্বার 1 আছে উইনের বক্সে, তারপর 2 নাম্বারটি আছে ইভেন্ট বা অ্যাক্টিভিটিসের বক্সে, এবং 3 নাম্বার দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমরা হু বা হোয়াটের বক্সে, এবং 4 নাম্বারটি দেখতে পাচ্ছি ইভেন্ট বা অ্যাক্টিভিটিসের বক্সে, এবং 5 নাম্বারটিও দেখতে পাচ্ছি ইভেন্ট বা অ্যাক্টিভিটিসের বক্সে. এইগুলো তোমরা টেক্সটটি ভালোভাবে পড়ে তা ফিল আপ করবে. নাম্বার 5, ট্রু ফলসের স্টেটমেন্টগুলো বলছি. তারেক মাসুদ ওয়াজ ভার্সেটাইল ইন হিজ প্রফেশন. বি. Tariq Masood was admitted to Islamic madrasa when he was 7 years old. C. Matir Moina was based on history. D. Tariq Masood mainly won some minor awards. E. Tariq made Antojatra at the age of 50. ইনফরমেশন ট্রান্সফার আরেকবার দেখাচ্ছি. নাম্বার 6 এখানে 12টি ওয়ার্ড আছে, ওয়ার্ডগুলো বলছি। কন্ডাক্ট, বাইন্ডস, সার্টেন, ওয়াইল্ড, টাইমস, উড, লাইক, দে, ভ্যানিশ, লিটল, বিকেম, উইথ। টেক্সট একবার পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি। It is neighborly feeling that dash society together in every olden dash. However, people did not think dash this. They were then savages, dash better than beasts, and fought dash one another. But gradually men dash civilized. They saw that if dash behaved in this way, society dash be destroyed. So they made dash rules to properly guide their dash. Today the situation is totally changed. Number 7. Text portion achi. Early marriage still prevails in our country, but it does not dash any good to both the dash and the bridegroom. The poor dash think the earlier a girl dash married off, the better. They dash spending on a girl's education a mere wastage of money. Number 8. কলাম এ এবং কলাম বির পার্ট অফ দ্য সেন্টেন্সগুলো আমি বলছি। কলাম এতে আছে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ ইজ আ নিউ, বাট বিতে আছে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ ইজ আ, সিতে আছে ইট ইজ এ প্রসেস অফ, ডিতে আছে আওয়ার লাইফস্টাইল, ডেইলি অ্যাক্টিভিটিস, বিজনেস ট্রানজ্যাকশন, ই ইকোনমিক্যালি রিচ অ্যান্ড ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়ালি ডেভেলপড। কলাম বিতে আছে 1. কমিউনিকেশনস, এন্টারটেনমেন্ট, স্টাডিজ, কনসালটেশনস এটসেট্রা উড বি মেড অনলাইন। 2. Digitalizing everything in our national life. 3. Ambitious concept in the country. 4. Countries are fully dependent on digitalization process. 5. Vision of bringing about a digital change in every sector. আবার ভালোভাবে দেখো। তো মেয়েরা, এটা ছিল তোমাদের জন্য আজকের হোমওয়ার্ক। আশা করি তোমরা বাসায় সবাই করতে পারবে। আমি আমার আগামী ক্লাসে তোমাদের এই হোমওয়ার্কের সলিউশন দিয়ে দিব। তো সেই পর্যন্ত সবার সুস্বাস্থ্য কামনা করে আজকে শেষ করছি। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।